Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. I guess we're now live. Yeah, I can see my microphone is on. Everyone is listening to it. Happy to be here again. How are you, Gusto?
I am doing great. We're live again with our Vibe Demo Day. Um, Ready to hear some great pitches, some great new projects on our great Vibe coding community. We have
Yeah.
great judges. We'll be presenting them soon to you guys. And I guess we can get to it, right?
Yeah. Our panel is stacked today. I will show guys to you how the event page is already on our Venture Miner Academy Luma. So if you want to see future events about us, don't forget to go to this link. I will share it into the comments of social media and also YouTube. So please don't forget to follow us on there. I might have a problem. Augusto, could you please help me here? Yeah, we're private. Distribute publicly. Yeah. So YouTube video is now live.
You got
I
it?
will try to send the link again. Yeah. We're good to go. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So YouTube was private, now it's public. Everyone can access and see the live stream. If you want to come and follow us with future events that we'll be hosting, last week we were at the San Francisco Tech Week. We had a lot of events presenting, a lot of hackathons, a lot of demo days. So if you want to see what we could up, you can follow us and catch up in the social media. We are on LinkedIn and Instagram and X, former Twitter, as Venture Miner. So search for us, okay? If you want to stay on the look about future events. But today we have an amazing opportunity for vibe coders, an amazing opportunity for people who has an idea, for people who likes to build stuff but aren't so technical related. And this is Vibe Demo Day Season 6 with Artizen. We're happy to be here at Season 6. I'm doing my fifth event with Artizen, so it's very pleasing to be seeing so many projects, so different projects. I can remember for the first live that was present, the project that was presented, and they sure did make a statement into the community. Okay, so you can find like the Venture Miner Vibe Fund and also the Apply to Pitch Farm. We will be hosting another demo day for the Artisan into the 30th of October or 29th.
30,
I don't
yeah,
remember.
October 31st. We'll be presenting another one with
31st.
another great panel of judges
Yeah.
and hoping to have a lot of great projects.
Okay. So today, those here are some of the judges that will want to be here with us for today. You can see and try to connect them in LinkedIn and try to get some better ideas about your projects for the ones that are pitching with us today. And if you just like him and find like Aksha or Prevent just cool enough to try to link to them, please don't forget to leave a message and say that you come through Venture Miner, okay? But Artisan, what are you doing here? What's our main goal? What's the objective of this live stream? We want to share about, we feel like people nowadays have a lot of tools to construct, to build projects, to go to the market, but we have like the feeling that sometimes good ideas tends to fall because of lacks of money or incentives and stuff like that. But now here with Artisan, we are sponsoring some of projects in community projects. So if presenting here, we put into the curation farm, and then you can compete, and you also be getting votes, and people want to try it out. You're gonna link your GitHub files so people can test the project, or if you are hosting live into Vercel or Lovable or V0, you're also going to use that link so people can use and vote about it. We have Nishan, we have Backstage, James, some people that pitched with us into live streams that had passed, okay? So if you want to get more information, don't forget to go to this link. I'm going to put as well into the comment section of our YouTube. And please feel free to reach out if you have questions about how this works or anything like that. You can find our informations of contact here. So please don't be afraid to reach out. Okay. This is Mateus. If you want to talk directly to me, you just need to change that to Pedro, and then we can email some information about future events and if you want to like pitch with us. Okay. Augusto, what do you think about it? How are your feelings about Artisan Season 6? What are you guys cooking
Mm,
for this?
let's see. I got in touch with the judges, so I'm pretty much unaware of the projects that we're gonna hear today. So it's gonna be all new to me, and I hope they're great. I know Shay's project because I remember from the windsurf competition, I
Yeah,
think.
she was there.
So
She was there.
yeah, most of the other ones they're pretty new to me, and I'm excited to see them.
Okay, I'm going to slow the music down. I guess some comments that it might be too high. Yeah, just the background sound. So I'm gonna move the judges up into our stage. We have here Hari, we have Nifing, we have Deepu as well, and I
We
guess
we
they
need to
are.
pull. Yeah, we need to pull Vivek from the green room. He's already here.
Okay, okay. So you are coming here and also here. So I imagine Chupa is a judge as well, right?
Yep.
So I will put your guys all up, and ask for you to present yourself, talk a little about what you're expecting here. I see Deepu here again. Happy to see you. It's cool to see people coming here again. It says a lot about the event. It says a lot about the community that we are building. So fidelity is a good emotion to have here into this building phase, and it gets traction, right? Sounds like we have traction with our community. So I'm going to go Harry first. You can present yourself, say something about your background and what you're expecting about the event today. Okay?
Yep, sure. Like, thank you for the invite, Augusto, and I'm super thrilled to be here and see what people have built. Quick intro about me. I did my master's in data science from Columbia University, and I've been working as a data scientist since then. And I'm also an instructor at my real product where I've helped like 750 people till now to build like AI products from scratch. And that's what I do. I've been learning, building, teaching AI for the past 2 years. So I'm actually extra thrilled to see what other people have built. That's it.
Yeah, thank you, Hattie. Wow, that's great. I guess for the first time, I never see such a pretty panel here. So many good-looking faces. I'm happy about that. So, talking about good face, Vivek, you can go next.
Let me unmute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Thank you for the invite. So I'm Vivek Venkatesan, and I am a lead data engineer at the Vanguard Group, where I work on large-scale AI and data modernization initiatives. We have around like 9.8 million digital customers, which we cater to. I have been in the data and technology space for more than 15 years now, leading projects ranging from data engineering, cloud engineering, AI, and analytics. I have had the privilege of mentoring and judging at events like this in the past. I'm passionate about how data and AI can drive real world impact. So I'm looking forward to seeing the creativity and problem solving you all bring to this. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek, for sharing with us. And yeah, I guess the idea and how a builder can construct a product and imagine how this will reach out to the public and the users with vibe coding, it's like getting more important than the architecture and the coding part, right? So this values like people who has great ideas but doesn't have like the technical quality to do it, and then we have like great products coming to the market right now. Saying about great products, I would like to love Nathan. Could you speak about yourself, please?
Hey, thanks for the invite, Augusto, Peter, and to Minor. I am a AI and supercomputing leader at HP. I work on building AI products that make supercomputers run more efficiently. And I've been in the tech industry for 10 plus years. Here, I'm really looking forward to seeing very creative ideas, how people can go from concept to a product, right, through vibe coding very quickly. I think we are in the middle of a very cool revolution where AI is democratizing idea creation, right, and product building. So, really looking forward to all the cool ideas today.
Wow. I never thought about that, the democratizing of the creation, right? Because of vibe coding. That's a very point of view. Thank you. Anything? Dipu, want to share with us a little about yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. This is Deepu Singh here. I'm a leader in emerging data technologies. I mostly work on new technologies which are coming into the data space specifically. I currently work for Fujitsu North America, and I lead the entire data analytics practice in there. Uh, as part of this session, for sure, I'm looking out for the idea, not just the idea, but also its vision, like how it is going to connect the dots, starting from the ideation phase till its productionized phase, which we think of, and just want to understand the maturity of the thoughts which the team is bringing on the table. That's all pretty much about me.
Wow. Thank you, Dipu, for sharing with us. I don't know if Shilpa is there. She's muted, but we're not seeing you. I don't know if you're comfortable leaving your camera open. Do you want to present yourself in off camera?
Yeah, hi Peter. First of
Yeah,
all, sorry. I hope you can hear me. I'm not
sure.
able to unmute the camera. It seems to be grayed out for me. I'm not sure if that's a setting issue, but I don't see the ability to turn my camera on. But can you hear
Oh,
me
okay.
okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So hi everyone. My name is Shilpa. I'm a principal product manager. I've been building AI and machine learning products for the last 6 years and have been a product manager in cloud for more than 10 years at this point. Really excited to be here. So thank you, Augusto and Peter, for the opportunity. And I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone builds here today.
Yeah, thank you,
Great.
Shilpa,
Yeah.
for sharing with us. We can see about the camera later, but yeah, I guess we have the whole panel presented themselves, right, Augusto?
Yeah. Yeah. They're all here.
Yeah. So we're packed, okay? And now I will do a slightly different thing about the past events. I move all of the judges back to the backstages, and then we will have all of presenter talking about themselves, some ideas that they had, and how they come to here, how they find us, and how community are growing up, okay? So I might not be forgetting anyone, I guess. Nishan are here. So yeah. So as you can see, so I'm getting some audio. I don't know from where. I guess Shay.
So hi everyone, my name is Shay Booklis. I am the founder and executive director of Saved by the Plate, based in New York City. I found out about this event because I know Mateus, the CEO of why can't I think of the name of this business? Venture Miner. Um, I love vibe coding. I have a data background as well, so it's kind of how I have made my business and my website. And as of like 2 days ago, my website went live, and so if people want to find out more about the business, they can go to savedbytheplate.com. I do work in community spaces, teaching kids about food justice, and food sovereignty, and how to grow your own food, and connecting people to community gardens here in the city.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Shay, for sharing. I'm happy to have you here as well. And Tomia, you wanna go next?
So, hey there, I'm Tomia and I'm currently building MyNote. I'm actually a product manager, also working mostly in AI and blockchain usually. But I'm super fascinated about what is possible to do with all these new tools. So I just decided to also do some web coding for myself. And yeah, that's a bit for me. I have worked in at least 11 startups, scale-ups, and unicorns across Germany, US, and Japan. And yeah, very nice to meet you all.
Wow, that's some experience, vibe coder here. We're happy to have you here, and also I'm very eager to see what you cooked for us. But we'll go with Joyce. You can go next.
Hi, I'm Joyce. I'm the founder of Stochastic Potential, and we're also based here in New York. I was connected through Venture Miner from Matthias, and so very happy to be here. I have a background in neuroscience, and I'm relatively new to vibe coding, and so I'm very happy to learn and get more acclimated.
Great, yeah.
Well, neuroscience and AI, this looks like cooking for me. Okay, I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you, Joyce, for coming. Last but not least, Naoba. Naoba, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. You can go.
That's right. Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. Very honored. I come from a background of biology and music, and I'm developing an app with over 10 years of research on psychoacoustics and neuroacoustics. And I met this platform through Artizen, actually, that I've been building different things with. And just now, I've just started vibe coding a couple of months ago through the Ape vibe coding camp. I'm so interested in and just excited about what's possible and all the ideas that can be developed with this new technology. Thank you.
Wow, you come from Ancient Vibe Coding Camp.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so
Nice,
yeah,
cool,
the community is getting bigger. Wow, I'm happy about that. Thank you for having. Thank you for being here. I'm very happy for that. So a lot of women's today. That's very wow. Like I have not words. I do believe that we should have more women into our community. We'll do like podcast with women into vibe coding next month. So we'll move along into. So stay tuned if you want to share about yourself and how your career ended into tech. We see like Joyce is from Neuro, Neoba has some Neuro background as well. So Tommy is already well-rounded blockchain. So yeah, that's a lot of people with expertise. So I'm very, very happy to have you here. Thank you so much. And then we can go to pitch phase. As we mentioned earlier, Joyce will come along first. So I'm going to move your girls back down. So bye-bye, see you soon. And then Joyce, I guess you're already presenting. We'll leave you here with your presentation, okay? 10 to 12 minutes of presentation, and then we move to Q&A part with the judges, okay?
Okay, good luck, good presentation.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you everybody for being here. We see that in 2030, AI is going to automate about 30% of our work. And we see that today, 95% of AI initiatives aren't successful. So the systems that we live in today are broken. We see that, AI literacy and adoption is wildly uneven. And we see that companies are measuring productivity and efficiency, which are the exact metrics that AI is about to make irrelevant. So people are getting left behind, and this only amplifies some of our existing societal disparities. And this really begs the question, in the world of AI, what makes humans valuable? And I've been thinking a lot about that, and the answer is creativity. It's the one thing that machines can't replicate. It's our ability to imagine what doesn't yet exist, to connect unrelated dots in novel ways, and to experiment, adapt, and innovate and create. And we know that this works. McKinsey shows that creative companies grow 67% faster. Deloitte proves that they outperform by 10% annually, right? Look at Disney, Nike, Apple, they're creative companies at the very core, and they're massively successful. And so not just that, they have strong brands and very loyal customers. The problem is that while 77% of leaders say innovation is critical, only about 22% of them measure it, right? And when we do measure it, we're counting ideas submitted. the number of products created, their inputs and outputs, not the actual creative capacity. The bigger problem is that we don't actually know what creativity is. What are the drivers, variables, the conditions that foster creativity? Hold on one second. We don't actually know what it actually is. So what are the drivers, variables, and conditions that foster creativity? And what we can't measure, we can't optimize for, and that means we can't build systems to amplify it. And that's exactly what we're trying to do as the Catholic Potential. We are a creativity intelligence AI research lab, building the science of organizational creativity to really prove that it can be measured, tracked, and optimized just like productivity and just like any other business metric. We see the incredible opportunity here to address our core problems, right? To redesign the systems that we live and work in, to measure what really truly matters and identify qualities that measure success. And we have to do this now because the longer that we wait, the harder the challenges become and the larger the gaps get, right? And we have to make sure that we're solving not just today's creativity problem, but tomorrow's as well. And so this provides a holistic solution that merges 3 different markets across startups, legacy enterprises, as well as academic and educational institutions. And so this really isn't a traditional SaaS play. We're building the foundational infrastructure, the measurement system for the post-productivity era. And long term, we want this to become the standard for how organizations measure human potential. Some of the things that we want to study at the intersection of creativity and business are things like, is there a formula for creativity? If so, what are the variables that most effectively increase creative capacity at individual levels, team levels, and organizational levels? And so we are bringing a scientific and business approach to building the foundations of a new operating system across product, scientific literature, and then testing with our pilot and our research partners. I've lived at the background and I've lived at the intersection of human behavior and business operations and creative systems and really bridged the human systems with the business strategy. And further, my lived experience in rebuilding my life and cognitive systems after an injury gives me a unique perspective and deeper insight into this domain. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen how creative capacity goes undervalued on teams and organizations. I've seen how some of the best ideas die and fail because there's no system to really nurture and cultivate them. So our ultimate goal here is to decode the science of creativity and build the systems that transform human intangibles into strategic assets. Because we believe that in 10 years, creativity metrics will be measured right alongside productivity, right alongside revenue. And so we really want to build the systems, culture, and infrastructure that allows us to operate at our best and to fill our fullest potential. Ultimately, it always has been and will be our goal to see the best and the brightest of humanity. And so if this excites you, join me on the journey and let's build this together. Thank you.
So you're muted, Peter.
Wow,
We can't
I
hear you.
was
Yeah.
speaking as well here. Wow, thank you, Augusto. So, Joyce, that was like cool, very cool presentation. Thank you. Very like profound and such good ideas that you have embedded into this. And I will move the judges up to they shout their questions about your presentations, and then we can move along. Okay, I guess I have all of them here. So we come. I close this and then yeah. Who wants to go first? Okay.
Joyce, that's a really great presentation. I always had this question with the AI, like trying to replace developers, artists, and everyone. Like all these folks have one thing in common, which is being creative. But I do have a question. People tend to say creativity is subjective, right? Like revenue can be measured by a number. If you say it's like $1 million and I say $1 million, it's the same. But something that you see creative might not be creative for me. Something that I see creative might not be creative for you. But how will you measure that?
I think that we can boil it down to different factors, right? There's different variables that lead to creativity, whether it's subjectively interpreted as creative or not, right? We see creativity across different industries like music, art. You can be creative in the technology space, in product, in academia, in literature. And so there's foundations that lead to the conditions that lead to creativity. And so that's really what we're studying. We're not really studying the subjective or objective value of what creativity is and assessing that. We're studying the actual process of creativity. What are the components of the creative process, and what are the variables, frameworks, and conditions in which that occur to help foster that on individuals, teams, and organizational levels.
Okay. So you do measure the results that come out of the creative changes, right? That's what you pitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Hey Joyce, I had a quick follow-up question. Could you tell me who are the main user personas or types of customers that are likely to be interested in your solutions?
Yeah, so I'm thinking through executive teams where we see that as AI takes over a lot of our non-creative tasks in terms of optimizing efficiency and productivity, they're thinking through how do we drive innovation on their teams and organizations, right? How do we think through not the next product feature in a year, but in 5 years and 10 years? And we have to start building those frameworks into our teams today. And so we're aiming for executives like CEOs, COOs, strategies, innovation officers at these companies.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey Joyce, I had a question. Before that, I mean, it was really a very thoughtful presentation. I loved the entire idea. So one thing that caught my eye was like, you talked about, partnerships with institutions, right? Could you just, talk me about it? Like, how these collaborations would typically work. Are you running some studies with them, or are you publishing your findings with them? Like, how is it working?
Yeah, so there's several ways that we could partner with research and academic institutions. I think one, they have a whole host of academic research and scientific research that's already been done, right? And right now there's a gap between academia and the actual execution in the corporate setting. So one would be working with them to actually mitigate and execute and build some of those frameworks out and test it in corporate settings. The second way, as you mentioned, would be to partner with them on research studies. So when they are doing these types of studies, partnering with them to figure out, can we pilot, can we experiment, and scope out some sort of pilot with these companies. And so those are some of the ways that we're thinking through working with research companies. I think another idea is, because the world is changing so quickly, like there's so much that we could do together, and we're just exploring what some of those options and possibilities could be.
Thank you. Thanks for answering. Thank you.
Hey Joyce, great presentation. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on, do you see this as playing in the space of other companies similar to Gartner, right, who are more research driven and provide value to the executives, right, in terms of market insights and data points? What are your thoughts? Is that what you're thinking with stochastic potential?
So there's several ways that we could go with this. So one is partnering with institutions like Gartner, some of the other consulting research arms like McKinsey, Deloitte, Bain, BCG, to do some sort of collaborations with them. And then the ultimate goal is to productize some of these offerings, right? And so as we figure out what these solutions, what these frameworks, and what these systems could be, how do we codify these into products so that we could actually create the conditions for creativity and innovation at scale?
Thank you.
Hey Joyce, really nice presentation. Love the vibe in there, like you wanted to communicate. For sure, we need creativity in every space, for sure. That's a bare minimum. Now we are talking with AI coming into picture, right? My question to you is around, like, you have called out creativity metrics. Have you quantified those metrics? Like, do you know like which all creativity metrics you are targeting? That is number one. Second one is, with AI coming into picture, right? There is a lot of governance also. There can be some creative ways where you actually can go into a prohibited AI space as well, right? How are you guardrailing those and making sure that you are not moving or making any such moves which are into a prohibited AI space, and protecting yourself to not go into a space which you are not even sure of, right? Or gray areas for you, right? So please share some thoughts on that.
Yeah. So I can address your first part first. So in terms of quantitative metrics and creativity, I think there's a lot of research out there. So we haven't figured out what those metrics are. That's going to be the stuff that we're researching, right? So working with companies, building on top of academic research to figure out what are these quantitative metrics and variables that we want to study, and how do we then create pilots, experiments with them, and we can study them over time as well. And to answer your second question in terms of guardrails, this is a critical part of just the AI landscape, and the way that we're building out this company is making sure that we're doing this in a responsible way that preserves the unique things that make us human. That is the crux of why I started this company, is how do we make sure that we're not losing the unique intangible human qualities, and how do we foster that, assess that, so that we can cultivate it and preserve it and protect it in the age of AI. So some of the frameworks that we're leveraging are looking at existing guardrails and frameworks that exist on a global scale. So for example, UN has some frameworks and perspectives in responsible AI. And so there's different legislation that has come out across the European Union. And so leveraging some of those frameworks to make sure that we're building out our offerings and our research in a responsible manner.
Mm-hmm. I had just one follow up on that as well, like just to understand your thought process. You are thinking to have this company to scale it not just in North America but also across the globe, right? That's your aspiration for sure, correct?
Yes. So we're not limiting. I'm not limiting ourselves to just being researched in one location or one geography. There's creativity on a global scale, and so let's study that and let's amplify that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be very interesting because different regions have different governance or ethics, right? Especially like with EU AI Ethics Act coming into play, right? You'll have to keep some things off, like turn on and turn off. You have to have those features enabled and disabled for different regions. So just to be cautious on that, I'll just leave it here. Maybe you can think through on it and definitely try to optimize your thought process on that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Everyone's listening to me? Yeah. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Judges, for the questions. I have a question for Joyce. How did you come up with this? And the main question, do you have like visualize competitors into the market, and how we're going to use like marketing? Because this is like hard talking. And I feel like whenever you do user not so friendly apps or ideas, it tends to get like into the market and doesn't get like any traction. So how are you trying to come up with this?
So the story behind how I came up with this is, I think everyone has felt at one point in their lives they aren't living up to the full potential, that they could be doing more, and that really is a painful feeling. And so we're solving for that feeling both on an individual level and at scale, because that has the opportunity to just become amplified in the age of AI, where things are moving so quickly that people are getting left behind. And so that was one of the genesis behind the company being created. I think in terms of a competitive landscape, there's several competitors from a different perspective. So there's consulting, who provide some of these consulting AI implementation work for companies and startups. There are in-house creative teams who are doing this type of work to research innovation, different topics on internal teams. So we would just partner with some of these collaborators, as well as existing research from educational research institutions. But as mentioned, they're focusing primarily from a scientific and an academic perspective. and there's a gap between the actual execution and bridging between academia and corporate. And so we would work and partner with these different players in the field to actually create a holistic solution.
And about this, because I feel like you have a very good overview about the product and optimistic idea, but whenever you get like to hard things to explain and for like normal people to understand, do you feel like you have great traction with those people as well? Do you feel like your application could embed it into not so technical or not so understandable people that like they can use into the day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I think that everyone can be creative. I think that we've just lost that as we've gotten older. So I think it resonates with everybody, whether they're an artist, whether they're in education. How do we make sure that we preserve some of our just divergent thinking across all of our populations?
Great. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your presentation. I'm very happy to have you here. And you want to say your last words before we move along to the next pitch?
Well, thank you all for having me. I'm very excited. This is my first pitch, and so I'm very excited to learn and be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you were great. I couldn't say that it was the first time you were a presenter, like for technical reasons, and a lot of the judges asked like tough questions that I feel like you handle as were nothing. So I'm very happy to have you here. And congratulations for your presentation. Okay, thank you so much. So we had the schedule of 2 presenters, and I have the feeling that it's Neil, but the next Joyce. Bye. Thank you so much. So I'm going to move the judges as well down there. The other intern can come up. And then Naoba can come up as well. So you are the main star here. So you should be here. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very pleased to have you here into the presentation. If you want to say something about yourself and about the application before you can start your presentation, and then I will move up your shared screen that I'm seeing already, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I am very glad to be here. This is such an amazing platform. So I have been in biology, and through my background in art, I do artistic work. The last presentation was just mind blowing because the way to leverage creativity, that I feel that has been the strength of humanity, really, and to put two different strands of life together. This is what I do. I put science and art together, and so I have been collecting sounds of the most pristine environments, say endangered biospheres of the planet for the last decade and more. And with this information, the data that I have been collecting, we have been sourcing information of the wealth and the health of the ecosystems. And the way that I've been transplanting that into wellness for humanity is to play these sounds for people who have ailments of all kinds of depression and anxiety, suffering from sleep disorders. And so I am vouching for distributing these sounds in a way, in a scale that will help everybody tackle these issues of the nervous system. So can we pull up the presentation, please?
Yeah, sure.
Or
Thank you.
am I
Now,
able to do it myself?
no, I can pull up for you. Don't mind. Yeah, okay, perfect. Wow. So we'll
Thank
move
you so
up.
much.
You have 10 to 12 minutes, okay?
Thank you. Okay, this app is my way to create a bridge from the spaces of the planet that are still very, very healthy and transplant them into our nervous system to create wellness and to create also a state of symbiosis with us and the environment we live in. It is true that a lot of the percentage of the human population does not have access to these sounds, which are proven to create to create wellness in specifically our circadian rhythm. Our circadian rhythm basically means we sleep at night, get resourced for the day ahead, and wake up with energy and clarity for being in an awakened state. Sound is known to be completely creating patterns in our, I'm translating everything from Spanish, so please, I'm just a little bit taking my time. So yeah, I'm Spanish speaker, so sounds influence our brain and our brain patterns through a means of, and I need to take a moment. I need to take a moment. This means a lot to me. I have been working for over 10 years on this, and I realized that I'm able to bring these ideas into life through AI and the means of vibe coding not too long ago. And I am so excited about that. I'm very excited. I'm not a data analyst, but I am definitely a scientist that looks out for the wellness of humanity. So basically, I have been addressing a state of that modern people are overstimulated. We're stressed and disconnected from our own nature. And the sound of the environments are often harmful to the nervous system. It is seen and known that sounds and urban noise, and it really affects sleep quality. I entered my research through understanding better what can help us create a better sleep quality. And sound creates entrainment in our nervous system and our brainwave patterns. I'm going to go so nature disconnection. And when I speak about nature, I speak about the biospheres and the biosystems that we have no access to because we live in modern urban cities. So we are getting higher mental risks of illness by not being exposed to healthy and regular sounds, and we're getting exposed to irregular sounds and creating more chaos, basically. There's an opportunity that I have realized that exists. I've been using these apps myself, Calm, Headspace, Inside Timer. People are using these as a means to create wellness, and not only wellness, but also creating a connection with themselves. Yes. Okay. All right. So I have been vibe coding. Actually, you know what, guys? I can't do this because I'm forcing myself, and I come from an artistic background, and I'm just totally right now floored by the last presentation. And this means so much to me that I don't know how I'm going to be judged by the technical parts of it, but I want to really, really explain to you what I'm trying to create and the team that I'm putting together is about. Basically, NeuroNature is the app that I'm creating in order to have 4 different kinds of programs that are the beta programs that will help people either who are having sleep disorders. That's one program. The other program is to have a clearer, relaxed mind. The third program is more for focus and attention. And the fourth program is to enhance an energy. These programs are very useful if they're used continuously for days at a time. They also work if we listen to them 10 minutes, but the longer term effect will happen, and if we're optimizing to create a very repetitive exposure. Let's say I am somebody who I'm living in the heart of an urban society, and I'm exposed to the train tracks, to the sounds of machinery around me, the traffic, etc. Well, there is going to be repercussion in my sleep. There is going to be a repercussion in the way that I wake up or that I go through the day. And many times I would have to drink a lot of coffee, for example. I've been one of these people. And honestly, this is why I'm creating this proposal. What's really special about it is that this app can become more and more personalized as the user uses it. And there's something in the study of sound and neurobiology that is being developed. It's called neuroacoustics, and it's based on the biofeedback, the information that I provide a machine to analyze parts of my biodata, and then it goes into a system that can provide me with things that I'm missing or things that I have too much of in my nervous system. I am doing this by means right now of voice analysis. Further in time, I want to develop it with more wearables, like, for example, the Aura Ring or the wearable of the watch, for example, that will measure my heart rate, etc. What's really special about this is that when I'm developing something that will take my voice in and analyze what is missing or what is resounding too much. This will need to be trained by everybody who uses it, because it will get more information and deliver better programming for you when you feed it your bioinformation with the voice. The very interesting part, and this is a bit ambitious, and I really love it because of that, is that the voice will have the voice analysis is led by also AI. The other part of this app is also manual. So let's say the AI is creating more personalized programs for your benefit, the more we train it. But I can also just hop onto the app over here and create my own sound mix. All of the sounds that I am uploading will live in a decentralized place called Filecoin. And not only that will be accessed by the app itself, but by users. And I would really like it to be more participatory, that people can abstract from that Filecoin decentralized system so that they are available. What's cool about the app itself is that it's kind of a DJ that will recompose all of those sounds and the frequencies that I am putting into that database. And I will continue feeding it, and other users will continue feeding it with the different sounds going through a process of classification and of real analysis of the quality of those sounds. And they will be recomposed into these programs over here. Okay. And these are the 4 programs to start. So the way that this works is, first I do my voice check-in. I speak into the app. Then there's an AI analysis. I am studying and researching upon which ones I'm going to be using. For now, there are several different ones. One of them is called where is this? Open voice or open health. I don't remember. But anyway, there's many of them. TensorFlow also. Then the biofeedback loop happens. It refines the future sessions. And then there's an adaptive sound engine that generates the personalized sounds. There's another part of this that I am developing that will be able to be connected. So as users start becoming members of this, they will have the option to listen to the sounds play automatically in their sound systems at home in the morning at specific times, so that it creates a regularity and that people don't even have to go into the app to put the play button in. This is important because then the user is already being delivered things to their own home. So this is as far as I have worked on this demo and the beta version. I have some users that are actually trying stuff out, and that they're filling some surveys at this time. I have about 25 to 30 so far. It's only been a month. So for the front end, I'm using V0 and Windsurf to deploy the user interface. I'm developing the smart contracts using Third Web. Yes, it's important to scale. The storage I spoke about was Filecoin. And for the voice analysis, I'm trying various different kinds of things right now, TensorFlow, and then developing my own web audio application. So basically, to wrap it up, the impact areas that this app addresses are mental health and nervous system regulation, cognitive optimization, and also environmental awareness through listening. Because essentially, I want people to get acquainted with parts of the world that are not very available for most of us to reach. For my market and audience, I have found out that there's a lot of different people already using these kinds of applications for their own wellness and biohacking. So the ages here, I wrote in 25 to 45, but it's well over those ages into more elder people that have expressed also a lot of interest to regulate their nervous system through sound. So and the retention challenge of my members for this app is that the personalization feature will grant them a lot more value and benefit than most other apps are out there. Yes, and this is my roadmap, which my next steps will be to integrate the wearables, and I've already launched the beta testing group, but there will be a beta membership as well. And I'm expanding the sound library. At the moment, I wish I could show you, but I have a lot of sounds already on the web as a library of sounds, but at this time, it's important for me to store them in a decentralized place that will be available forever, basically. And that's it. So yes, I'm very excited about the feature of the biofeedback loop, and that's something that I have not found in any other applications, or something more user friendly. The neuroacoustics work that I mentioned is very high end, and it's not very usable for most people. And I want this technology to be available to many people for this. Thank you for this space. And yeah, I look forward to your questions.
Thank you very much, Diego. We can see that this is your lifetime work. We can see the glare in your eyes when you speak of it. I thought it was a great presentation, and now we can hear the judges.
Hey, Nayoba, really good presentation. My name is Shilpa. I'm one of the judges. I was really interested in learning more about the biofeedback loop. Can you tell me how you're using AI to make that feasible?
Yes, absolutely. Well, there are already technology developed for that. And basically, this is my initial research at the moment to find out how it's working, and taking some of those features to implement simple ways to make that available for other people. But specifically, how it's doing that, I can share that it happens just very much like other feedback mechanisms, where it's taking, for example, this particularity with the voice. It will take a lot of data and analyze it, and then have something to back it up with. Some other samples that have been uploaded already into it that define the features of calmness, define the features of nervousness, or and it will also take the analysis of the user's voice in particular, to see where the resonance, different frequencies of the voice in certain times of the day, or certain times of when this user is speaking are missing, or other resonances and frequencies of the voice are augmented. So
Okay.
it does it from a perspective of comparison.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Excellent presentation. You did amazing. And very interesting concept, right? Yes, I completely agree that we are so overstimulated. And despite apps like Calm and the others that you listed, I feel there's still a gap, right? Because I've been a user of Calm. You have to consciously think about what to play, right? What soundscape to activate. Something that adapts to how you're feeling. I think there's definitely a place for that, something like that in the market. And what I really liked is you had the technical details very thoroughly mapped out, right? So I will give kudos to you for that. And this does look a very functioning app. And I know there's lots more work to do, but um, feedback from my side is there's definitely need for something like this in the market. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Hey Nava, I have a similar opinion like Nathan. So the presentation itself is so refreshing. I kind of like so being in New York and working in tech, I can completely resonate with this. Surrounded by buildings, sitting on a chair and sitting in front of a computer. And in fact, I've read somewhere, even though Central Park is artificially made park, that's what keeps New Yorkers sane. So I can definitely see how this is gonna help the tech community specifically. And I don't have any question. Just thank you for working on this tech. And you did really great. You didn't look like non-English speaker, and until you told me, so you did really well.
Thank you.
So it was a really good presentation, and I really second on the thoughts which other judges has given. Like, didn't feel like you are not speaking at the space like a first speaker or something like that. You were doing a great job, and you were expressing yourself with a lot of emotions. What you have done from the background, giving the different statistics, different thought process, different targets which you wanted to uh, uh, go on in the journey which you are progressing ahead. I had a couple of thoughts around that. First one was around, like, this is definitely a niche product. How are you thinking to copyright this? Because this is yours, right? You should not be in a space where someone is just picking up on your models, or maybe taking some of the things which you have built and reutilizing it, right? Second point was around how, I mean, there are a lot of wellness apps also present in the market, which you have listed some of them. Do you think your app can also integrate with some of the other apps, so that it's not a standalone app, rather it is more integrated version? Think about it like you actually collaborate with Spotify and you bring this feature into Spotify. I think that would be more scalable versus you actually, picking it up. It will take some time for you to go there, but for sure it will accelerate your roadmap in there. So just want to pick your thoughts on that.
Wow, thank you. Really, it gives me a lot of perspective. I hadn't thought about that. And yes, definitely. That the second question specifically, I didn't think about actually integrating it into other things that are already existing, but I'm quite open about that, because the whole purpose is to reach as many people as possible. And my whole point of it all is to bring the message that the soundscapes of the planet where it is known that is the healthiest can be available to us, and should be more available to us. And I would really love to have and start those conversations with the CEOs or human resources about that possibility. Really, yeah. Thank you for that.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey Naoba, this is Vivek. Very amazing presentation. So I really like the entire idea, especially you coming from creative side, right? And then you are trying to approach mental wellness from a scientific angle, and then you're trying to blend in your creative angle too, right? I mean, kudos to you. I just had one question. I mean, you talked about getting different soundscapes and then catering to certain people, right? How are you actually validating them? Are you collaborating with any researchers to validate, like, this soundscape would be better for these people? Like, how are you validating those results?
Great question. Thank you. Well, I am part of a very broad network globally of scientists who are working with sound in different parts of the world. And I have over 15 years of work with this. So it's very interesting because there are different, how do you say, different scales of values that are attributed to different kinds of sound frequencies and times of day in different parts. So it's an analysis that has not ended, that continues to evolve and to be analyzed. Some scientists and researchers that I speak with have a big focus on emotion and are testing a lot of the different sounds of the world and different kinds of emotional impact in people. Other scientists are doing it a little more, let's say, actually, they're even working with veterinary clinics where they're testing sounds on animals and actually having information that has nothing to do with somebody trying to convince them about, helping animals and measuring data with electroencephalograms, brain, yes, grams. So there are various types of categories, and honestly, it's really hard to define on one ruler. Say this is for this is for that. That's why I thought of the solution of implementing something that will work personally for every person in a different way.
Makes
Yes,
sense. Okay. Thank you.
thank you. Oh, and to validate, it's actually more about my beta user group at the beginning, and I plan to do that for a year at least minimum of them using it, and then comparing it with other studies of my colleagues and my own.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to make a question if you allows me. Do you feel like this is kind of detoxing app for people that are like, I feel like we are all waves in certain parts like of orientation, right? Particles and then waves and like micromanagement of the part, like molecular stuff like that, like minimal, right? And do you feel like you're trying to detoxing people with the good waves from bad waves of big cities, noise, like the same beat that is every music people are listening to it, or the same beat that are in TikTok, and then this is kind of make people away also from what we had in the first presentation that was oriented to creativity, and then we see like the same thing is going to over and over into the loop, same people trying to make the same music, and you try to make kind of try to make people talks about this. Are such a is such a goal for you?
It's a very interesting question, and I understand what you mean. The purpose of this study and the application is to regulate the circadian rhythm. So in a way, it is maybe in the perspective of detoxing has to do with emptying something, but the perspective of regulating is to reprogram in a way that is more functional and dynamic, that and effective for living in a healthy range.
Yeah,
And it
Bruce Lee.
regulates
Sorry.
regulates the circadian rhythm of a person, meaning I get tired and sleep at night. I wake up refreshed and purely energized. But yes, regulation is the word of the key here.
Yeah, when you say that you should empty first, remember about Bruce Lee say that you should empty your mind and be shapeless, and this is a good idea to have when you are trying to move uh, from this like chaotic world and obviously get into this circadian, because I guess capitalism works against this. So yeah, thank you for your presentation. It doesn't seem at all that you speak Spanish. Obrigado, gracias por todo.
Gracias
Es un
también.
placer tenerla acá. Entonces, se sienta bienvenida. Haga más veces, ¿ok?
Gracias, Peter. Gracias.
Gracias. Thank you, everyone. We will move the judges panel, so I will move Naoba down. Thank you for presenting. Thank you, everyone, for being here. The judges were going to make a little shift, so this panel will move along. I will leave you guys with last words. Thank you for being here, and we hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. You want to say, if you want to say something about Let's Play Pitches, you can. No problem at all.
No, I had fun being here. Thank you, Peter and Augusto, for having me, and I enjoyed both the presentations.
Sure, Patty. If I'm not mistaken, this is your first time here. You anything, right?
Yes, I'm here for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you guys can still be here into the backstaging area, and I don't know if Vivek can be here as well. We have like some judges to move up to the next round of pitches, but if you want to, you can still be here, and I will move you guys to up, and you can shout a question for the next pitches. Okay?
Yeah, I do have to leave though, but thank you so much, Augusto and Peter. Thank you.
Yeah, even I
Thank
have
you
to
guys.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you so much.
being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you, Augusto.
Wow, this was very great, Augusto. I was very touched about this presentation, those two last presentations. I feel like they kind of connect themselves in some ways. Both people trying to create something that
Definitely.
are
Yeah.
human orientated, right? They are not market. They are not trying to sell anything. They are trying to go human. And vibe coding allows people to create things that are not like money printing machines, right? They are like touching and feeling. And wow, this is very happy to have this here into this Artisan Season 6.
We can see that our presenters they're putting their heart into it, and their soul into their projects, and that's a great part of being part of it, because we can see where vibe coding takes non-technical people like ourselves. We do a lot of vibe coding here in Virtual Miner too, me and Pedro, and we have a light technical background, and vibe coding is allowing us to move forward on a lot of subjects and a lot of matters. So we can move now to our next judge panel, present them, let them have a few words, and let's see our pictures.
Perfect. Yeah. So I move up Amulia, Samet, Aiden, and then Ashai.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure to have you guys judging. And if you guys can introduce yourselves, and so we can get to know you guys a little bit better. I see that you guys are always all in the same room, so yeah.
Okay, cool. So Sumit, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. Hi everyone, I'm Sumit Jeswani. I'm a cloud security specialist at Google, and I've been in the cybersecurity space for over a decade now, and my current focus is on AI security. So all the pitches that I see today, I'm gonna evaluate from the security lens. So I'm excited to look at those cool pitches.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Amulia, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Hey, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Great. So this is Amulia. I've been working as a software engineer at Apple for about close to 3 years. So I work on building data platforms for data processing, ML, and Gen AI. So I'm very much excited to be here today to see the cool pitches around. I know people have been doing great jobs so far. So yeah, like really excited to be part of your this day today. Thank you.
Thank you, Amelia. Happy to have here. Aiden, you can go next, please.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm a software engineer at ByteDance, and I work for the data infrastructure org at ByteDance. We support different products of ByteDance like TikTok, Clark, and CapCut, which is a video editing tool. So we support all these products of ByteDance, and I think I look at the infrastructure level and the data services level, and how the pitches go on. And all the best.
Thank you, Aiden. Thank you for coming and for sharing. And last but not least, Akshay Mittal. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it.
That's good. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
Hey, everyone. I'm Akshay. I work for PayPal full time, pretty much like a full stack software engineer, building APIs, consuming them on front end, working in various clouds. Apart from that, I'm also a PhD scholar at University of Cumberland, where I research on AI and ML. Apart from my work, yeah, looking forward for all the pitches and uh, help out with finalizing the participants and getting the good hackathon vibes and energy. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you for coming. Okay, then we can come to our next speaker. So it will be Tamia. I will move you up here. So the judges will go down at first. And then I'll move you here. I'm sorry for the delay. Yeah, I hope you're still with us.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So the flow is still the same, okay? You will have 10 to 12 minutes to pitch, and then we'll move to the Q&A, okay?
Okay, super. So basically, I'm Tommy. I'm a product manager, and I started working in this project called My Notes, and it started as a pretty much. Oh, sorry, I need to upload the slides. It started pretty much as. Oh, 1 second. Oh, sorry. I do have some technical issues. Can you please
No
help me
problem.
with the
Yeah,
presentation?
you want to share your screen, right?
Yes, I cannot do it. For some reason.
You're supposed to click on the share screen button that it is side to the camera.
I'm working on that, but for some reason it doesn't allow me to do it. Okay, wait a second. Even if I grant permission, it does not allow me to do it.
Try to leave and then enter the stage again. I will send you the link. You can copy and then you enter again, okay?
Okay, that is super great.
Okay, so I will send you into the private chat here.
Okay.
You can go private chat, studio chat, and then I'll be there, okay?
Okay, I see
You
it.
can copy the link and try to enter again.
Okay, wait a second. I would also share the presentation with you in case that maybe you can do it for me.
Okay.
That would be awesome. Okay, 1 second.
If you're okay with you, I can share.
Okay, that would be super nice.
Okay.
So basically the project started for two reasons. It was first an internal tool of another startup, and second, it was very inspired because I'm passionate or I'm curious about a technology which is called brain to text. Right now it is it's possible to actually transfer thoughts into text at some level. And I just wanted to explore like a bit of both together. So I'm currently building MyNote. MyNote is an AI note taker. And what you can do is basically you can write 10 times faster right now, right? Because, okay, I need some help to scroll exactly. Yeah, we can go to the problem space. Right now what is happening is that we have a lot of information in places that we cannot copy paste, right? The average user has at least four note-taking tools. Let's say a notebook, maybe one for the web, for the app. Maybe you want to record things on your live meetings, from videos, for images, ChatGPT. And currently you need really to distribute how you just make all this information in one source of truth, so to say, right? So basically, the solution right now, maybe we can just go to the next slide, will be just to try to centralize how we just gather our input, basically, right? It doesn't matter how the information is input. It could be either verbally, it could be by video calls, it could be, I don't know, by text, by prompt, whatever. Still, you have it in the same place, editable, and you can just make changes as you can, right? And currently, that translates into an app which is helping users to write really fast and increase the productivity at least by 30%. Things like it took you like 1 hour. For example, if you needed to see a video in the case of lecture or something, you can just extract information in like 15 minutes, right? The current users right now are either students or researchers, but also there is a case for entrepreneurs and B2B. So you know the scenario, maybe someone has presentation for the next meeting, right? And he has like a lot of resources that he needs to extract information from. Maybe there is like a presentation or a video that a customer sent or one of your colleagues, right? They will use my notes, maybe extract information in person or for the virtual meeting. And then based on the next action items, and they will also extract information from either the presentations if they took any screenshot or have any PDF and so on. And then they can just edit this information back again, either with prompts or just write their mind on top of this information and save it as a note, right? And you can either share it with your team, you can keep it for yourself, you can use it for the next meeting, whatever you want, right? But it's a matter to gather the information that you have already through your interactions with others, the interactions of your own mind, and what you're using for writing, right? Okay, so maybe we can go to the next slide. Right now, the business model is subscription model. It's started doing like $5 per month, and now it increased to $10 per month. We can just jump to the next slide, please. So there are like a lot of use cases. And the current use cases from the users that I'm using it are really either students or professionals. Maybe some researchers as well. They do like feature requests. And there is also the personal side, but right now has been focusing more or has been more popular between students or the professional life. Okay, maybe we can go to the next slide, please. Thank you. So as I mentioned before, the average person has at least 4 different tools that they use to take notes. It could be a sticky notes plus a notepad, maybe Google Docs and WordPad on their laptop, or maybe they have a different app, right? And if you are into the work space, probably you have several more, right? Maybe they use Notion as well. And if you need to write your Jira tickets, maybe you have one for your colleagues and one for yourself. Like you use a lot of tools. Still, there is an oversaturated market, but that proves needs, but that doesn't mean that it is difficult to enter to the market. It is just needed anyways. So there is a lot of opportunity inside this market. There are a lot of players, and it is most likely that users tend to use those tools, right? Okay, maybe we can go to the next slide. So for the GTM strategy, it like I think the methodology has been already found how the GTM would be, because it's proving results right now, right? And how is it done? It is through live demos with B2B companies, maybe marketplace or LTD marketplaces distribution, right? Websites to connect with other B2B partners, websites for product launches, etc., call email, and also native integrations. When I talk with a B2B potential customers, they do have a set of requirements, and what they are asking more is, okay, can you please do some Notion integration, or maybe with a Slack, or even with Jira tickets and so on. So this is also part of the GTM, and it brings a bit of scalability on those platforms as well, but on whatever they need to do right now. Maybe we can just go to the next one. So the primary objective for the next key objective will be to work in the infrastructure, of course, to make it more scalable. For example, if the plan is to onboard several B2B businesses, I think the infrastructure is not there ready yet after 10,000 daily active users. So that should be improved. Of course, I want to spend some time just working in brain to text and see how it is possible to bring your thoughts into text as well, right? And also just to keep working on a new customer request. Maybe we can just jump in the next one. So basically here is a bit of the competitors landscape. There are like a lot of them, but I just focus like on these ones. And currently still, for several things, you need to use like an external plugin, right? And it will be ideal if there is like one source of truth, which is just for writing. I don't want to do like very complicated workflows, or I don't want an app which is like super slow. I just want to write, but I just do not want to switch across 10 different apps. Like right now, a lot of people, what they do is they have ChatGPT and maybe Google Docs, and they need to be constantly copy pasting from ChatGPT to Google Docs, or from Google Docs to Notion, on these type of things, right? Maybe we can just scroll down. So currently the value that is bringing to the users is just that. It is just allowing users to have all the information in a editable form, right? They can complete sentences or complete ideas with a prompt, just as ChatGPT, but it is editable right there, right? And this allows them to improve the productivity by 30%, right? And it doesn't matter how they input the information. Sometimes do voice to text. Some people like to just write themselves and then they just edit it with a prompt. Some others, they just record the live meetings. Right now, they request me as well to record the virtual meetings, and it is possible to do, right? Like if you are in a Zoom meeting or Microsoft Teams and so on, you can extract this information and have it in editable form in the same node, right? Everything you can just extract it and just edit it right there, right? Maybe we can just go to the next slide. And this is a bit more how it looks like. This is a batch coding project. It has around a bit more than 600 users, or like 500 users. It is generating revenue, and there is some purchase intent from the Google Store, but the billing, the Google billing has been very complicated to integrate. Um, but that's very good already. There are several demo requests with the B2B. Usually they're asking between, I don't know, 10 to 500 seats in the app. And from the current user base, 60% use MyNote on a daily basis, which is a pretty good feedback, right? And yeah, there are like a couple of partners already, like Deal Mirror or Onsley, Deal Fuel. They're helping a bit with the sales and just to attract to some people, right? So this is a bit of the financials. I don't know if it's super relevant right now. It is not looking for becoming like the first AI node taking tool, but just sufficient to be a cool business and a tool that people will love, right? Maybe we can just go to the next slide. So in terms of the markets, it targets the global market. The core app language is English, but for example, for prompts or voice to text or the calls, it supports several languages, right? It is compliant with some legislations. It is already compliant with GDPR, the AI Act, CCPA, COPA, and for the next stage, it will be, I don't know, SSO or HIPAA compliant and so on. But that will be at a later stage, basically, right? Maybe we can just jump to the next slide. There is, of course, certain degree of churn rate, but the people who use it, they are very happy and they are sending thank you notes. They like it, making a bunch of feature requests as well. So that could be considered as a positive feedback. Maybe we can just go to the next one. Okay, and in terms of the product roadmap, just because of the requirements and there is an interest to onboard several B2B, I'm just working on those features right now, and also the Google Play billing library as well, which has been very complicated. um, but then we can just go into those GTMs integrations, maybe some other cool features for students or for researchers and the B2B. And also currently it's only web and Android, and there is the plan to release an Apple mobile app as well, right? And yeah, I think once it's a bit more developed, then I will just spend a bit of resources on R&D and keep working further on brain to text, basically, right? Then maybe we can just this is a bit about me, but I just introduced it myself. Maybe we can just skip it. And this was about the product demo. I don't know if we can play it. I think it's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, not too long. Okay, and I think that's pretty much the end of the presentation. If you have any questions, now is the proper time to address them. Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Tomia. It's a great app, great project. Let's hear our questions from our judges.
I can go first. Tomia, first of all, great presentation. You explained really clearly the business use cases and stuff like that. I couldn't help but notice in your product roadmap slide, you mentioned security enhancements. So can you help a little bit about what kind of security features you have today, and what are you planning to bring on in the future?
Yeah, like usually I'm trying to make it very compliant with, for example, GDPR compliance and so on, right? Like all the data is encrypted at rest and in transit right now, right? But for example, if I want to go into the enterprise area, I need to definitely improve that. I need to some other compliance things. I need to do HIPAA. I need to go to SSO, and that is definitely planted for a later stage. Maybe what we did discuss right now with some companies was maybe we can do some sort of pilot and then just build based on their internal needs, right? But yeah, I think for the individuals, it is important, right? And for early stage startups, it is important. But I think it's more important for the B2B, right? Like the early stage startups or the entrepreneurs do not require me that in order to use the app, right?
Yeah. Where is the data being stored now?
I'm sorry?
Where is the data being stored now? Is it local, or is it on cloud, or where are you storing it?
It's Supabase, basically.
Sorry, what's that?
It is on Supabase. It is cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead, Amelia. Last.
sorry, yeah. Hey, thank you. Hey, Tomia, nice to meet you. So it was definitely a great presentation. Really good. I mean, you have done a great job in explaining all the end-to-end thoughts. So I think one question I have in generic is, I know you mentioned your roadmap or like the upcoming things have a plan for integration with Notion, etc. But how do you see this? I mean, like each of them has their own. Like if you think WebEx, they have their own note taker features. So how do you think this is going to stand out when you interact with your sort of customers and the whole product roadmap?
Yeah, that was actually like requirements for some of the users. They wanted actually the possibility just to maybe write on my note and pass it directly to either whatever note taking they're using or maybe a Slack if they are just chatting during Slack, right? And right now you can just export it and then upload it again on Notion, but that's not sufficient. It will be maybe more effective if you can just send it directly and you will have like a new file on Notion, for example. Or maybe if you can just connect to your Slack and then you can just connect it to a chat with one of your colleagues or one of your study group, for example, right? I don't think, like I always see more positive when you have like partners, right? Instead of only competition. So I see it mostly like on that opportunity. But that was actually just feature requests from the users.
I see. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, Tomia, great presentation. I would like to ask, like, can you elaborate on like the technical architecture, that enables your AI to seamlessly process all this inputs, right? Like speech, video links, images, and then how is it instantly like transforming them into a structured uh, in a single note-taking environment? A little
Yeah,
bit over that.
I'm using currently only OpenAI and ChatGPT, right? That's my holy grail right now. I'm using Tesseract for the image to text, for example, and the video to text. And I'm using some APIs for the video transcription, right? Or the video calls transcription right now.
Which API are you using for video?
Well, I'm using three for different purposes. One will be Gladia. Um, the other one, oh my God, I have Recall. I think it's Recall, the one which allows you to send the bots to the meetings, right? But that one is an API. My holy grail for everything is OpenAI plus the APIs.
OpenAI. Is there any specific model you really like working with, or using
Right
the
now,
latest?
I'm just in GPT-5. Before it has GPT 4.5, but now it's GPT-5.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think I just want to extend Akshay's question in terms of technical aspects. So I know you are trying to use these open source LLM models and so on. So how does this take part in your cost attribution? Like especially right, like you will be charged. So how is it being a part of your product, and how do you think this, I know you mentioned it was like from $5 it moved on to $10. What was what made you actually rise, and how this whole cost attribution is playing in the role of a product? That is something I would really
It's
love to hear.
And that's the reason why it is increased. It is just for the operational cost, right? I think for students it is easier because maybe they're used like once a day or something, right? But in the B2B environment, you are continuously just like all the credits will go just on meetings. Like I don't know, you have like at least 4 or 5 meetings per day, and you need to do the transcription for that, right? And that takes a bunch of credits, and that was pretty much the key reason for the increase of the price.
So do you do credit based, or do you do like irrespective? Let's say if I take a subscription for a month, I guess if
So
it's a $10 thing,
you
or
have
is it?
if I have access pretty much to everything. Like right now, I don't know if at the long term it will be a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
but right now, all the users have different needs. They use the app for different purposes. Like for example,
Right.
in one case, she was mostly interested on extracting information from videos, and that does not affect. And she pays still the subscription, right? While in other cases will be transcription for meetings, pretty
Right.
much, or for others will be plain writing. There are people who is interested just in writing, and that's it. So maybe it's because too early right now, and I haven't decided, or I haven't said like it is only B2B or it is only for students. Right now I can just play a bit with both, because they have different needs and they use different features inside the app.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I think this is a very common problem that is being faced across different products across too. So I think if you can do a mixture of credit based, I think that would eventually see a larger scope. But yeah, I think that's just my point of view. But yeah, thank you. This is a really good one. Thank
I
you.
think I think at the later stage will be needed. Like if I try to go into enterprise, that should be a must pretty much, right?
Hi, Tomya.
Hi there.
Thank you, firstly, for the clear presentation. That was a nice presentation, and that's a great job. You did a great job. And I actually have a question. I mean, I think Amulya asked a question about competitors, right? Like, let's say, compared to Otter. I mean, Otter, right? The Otter AI, which is kind of text detection. Even Notion AI has something like that. I think even Fireflies and all that have the same thing. So, I mean, compared to all those things, what's the thing you think this could do better and stand out comparatively? Let's say you're pitching to some other people, like, let's say, I mean, there are many competitors out there. So, how do you think this will stand out? I mean, in terms of latency, or like text to like submitting the URL to getting the transcript and getting the summary, what would be the latency? I mean, what is the one thing which would stand out?
Okay, for
What
example,
do you think about it?
With Notion is easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I talk with users about Notion, we don't
Mm-hmm.
talk about workflows. We talk about
Mm-hmm.
specifically only writing, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
probably you use Notion together with a notepad, and I
Mm-hmm.
tend to compare my notes a bit more with the notepad than a complete whole workflow as Notion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like you have like your notepad, and then you can just input information with ChatGPT or prompting, or and with that switch, at least for the users, it makes a bit more sense, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and as I mentioned before, the idea is basically just to integrate the information that you just write, and you can just put it directly in Notion without needing to decide if you want one or the other or something. But this is meant specifically for writing, not necessarily to organize your roadmap or to track anything. It is just writing. You save it as a post-it or sticky notes, and that's it. Like it should be very simple, and hopefully fast, and
Okay.
stick with that pretty much.
Have you tested the end-to-end time? I mean, what's the time frame from
I
getting the summary from
I do
submitting the URL?
I do not have all the specifics. It takes I think for it takes around 15 seconds or something, right? But if you do longer transcriptions, like right now,
Mm-hmm.
you can modify text which is a bit longer than ChatGPT, and
Mm-hmm.
that takes a bit longer. It takes, if I'm not mistaken, close to, yeah, it could be 10, 15 minutes. It takes a bit, right? And
Okay. Got it.
for example, um, or sorry, 10 to 15 minutes are the transcription for videos. The prompting is a bit 1 to 5 minutes should be right.
Okay. I mean, you also mentioned about large files. So, I mean, how are you handling large files? I mean, let's say a YouTube video of more than an hour or something. It still works. It still helps.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, exactly. Of course, as any AI tool, it has its limits, right? I
yeah.
try to do it like the most possible that I can do with what I have.
Did
Um,
you load test it by any chance?
I think right now you can transcribe at least 2 hours meetings or
Oh, nice.
2 hours videos, and that's fine. And it is just like a couple of minutes, right? Um,
Okay.
but I don't know if like it is still similar to pretty much everyone else. It is not like super longer
Mm-hmm.
files than everyone else so far.
Okay. Okay. So, how are you looking to scale this? I mean, any like on the infra side, or how are you
Yeah, so
looking to scale this up next?
I think it is super easy. It is just onboarding the B2B side, but for that I just need
Okay.
to work on a bit of the compliance requirements and so on. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I did some demo calls, and
Mm-hmm.
they were just very excited about the product. They usually they need to reply some questionnaire,
Mm-hmm.
and they just told me about their concerns. There's also like security concerns. They are also, privacy, all these type of things. And
Mm-hmm.
I just have the requirements. I just need to work on those. The everything else with compliance, and that's easy, right? Or we can just start with a pilot. It depends. But I think that's the fastest way to scale, because they ask
Mm-hmm.
directly for, I don't know, I think the list was like 10 seats, and the
Mm-hmm.
largest was like 500 seats. And just with a couple of those B2B businesses that could be scalable already, right? Like, I think B2B is
Yeah,
easier to scale than B2C.
that's nice. I mean, thanks for answering the questions. I mean, that's really nice. I mean, that's a really nice product you're working on. Yeah, I mean, all the best, and yeah, that's it from my side.
Hey Tom, your great presentations. I have a quick questions. So what's your take on like knowledge graph systems that like Rome Research or like Obsidian that they do? Like they kind of connect like the all of the knowledge that's like that you have like all the notes and like all of the knowledge that it has, and it allows you to like search between like any sort of like systems like formulas and stuff. Do you plan to like take on it, or like are you going to be like just a note taking player?
I think, well, I use a bunch of them, right? Like I personally have Notion. I use Google Docs every day. I have one notepad and one sticky notes on my phone, and I have one notepad and one sticky notes on my laptop. And also I uh, write per written, right? Um, so I do use a lot of tools. Like I try a couple of them, either Evernote or just to have the feeling. I'm not I'm not here to say like, hey, I'm better. And every time, for example, if someone asks me or the customers ask me like, hey, how you are better than them, I just always tell them like, hey, I do not want to tell you some bullshit. I don't think I'm better. But the product serves and solves a problem, right? Like if you pain point is basically that you need to centralize your information or in one point, or you are switching between I don't know, using ChatGPT, you copy paste ChatGPT into another source, then this is the path, or it is going to help you a bit with how you are addressing that problem, right? Um, but I think all of those tools have their publicum. I think Obsidian, it is mostly used like in the tech, for the tech publicum. I think engineers like them, but there are other people who do not use Obsidian at all, right? They will go, I don't know, they want some implementation for LaTeX in their documentation, or they will go with Google Docs, which is like the easiest one, or even Word or something like that, right? So um, just to make it short, I, I I'm aware. I don't think, and I'm not here just to try to be better than them. In the best case or in the worst case, I would love to integrate with them, and that would be like the core idea.
Okay, that seems fair. So like if you're not trying to be like better than other players, so right now like you're like it's just like very early age, earlier like you're in early days, so like it's easy to like get maybe like 10,000 users or like 100,000 users. Like, do you have like something in the back of your mind, like how do you take this from like 1 million to like 100 million? So for that, like you need to be like better than everyone else because it's a very saturated niche market, and you need to be like better than like all others to be.
Yes, that's partially true, but it depends on the market, right? As I mentioned before, this is a very oversaturated market, and each user has a lot of the same tools. Just because I don't know, convenience, you're using a different device, you're in different environment, and even a lot of people try a lot of niche tools, right? And it is a bit kind of, I think, the note-taking productivity market in comparison with others, it is not driven only on innovation, but maybe it is just a daily need that everyone has every time. It is just like buying water, right? It is not necessarily that your water is going to be the best, but there is a need. You consume it every day. Everyone does it. So I think in the case of magnets is closer to this one, right? That it is just like a plain need. And I just want to solve the problem for the people who has a problem with the writing speed at the proper time. Right now, it is not only to say like, hey, I will just drive the product onto the next level, quantum writing, this type of things. If it works well with brain to text, that's for now fun, more than trying to, to do something else. But I think in this market specifically, um, the oversaturation is a bit more rooted on the daily need for each user more than on the innovation level of any tool.
I think that sounds fair. I have like few quick suggestions. You might like find, you may or may not find it like useful based on like your current like trajectory. So one thing like I would suggest is like maybe like take a look at like a whisper flow if you have not already. So like double down on like mobile and like make it seamless for them to like talk to the app, and then like just like take it. It just does not like whisper flow does not just like translate. It also understands. For example, when like when speaking to it, like you can say like, hey, take down this point, and it will remove it. So it's more like a natural someone else like transcribing for you.
Yeah.
Outside of that, since you are also like looking into like integrations play, you have like a shot at becoming like second brain. Like for example, like right now with like AI and like all these agents, since like you are integrating, so if you end up like integrating with everything else, even if you don't want to be like a note taking app, you could be like a second brain, and then like some build like your own like personal assistant, because like you have all the data. So when users can just chat and like ask questions and do stuff, and like if you do like both like whisper flow and like integrations and build up like second brain, I think like that would be like a place that can take you to more than a billion users.
Yeah, it is. It is very inspiring on the brain processes, and I think, for example, the next level note taking will be in context awareness, right? Like, for example, if you do the transcription for a past meeting, and then 2 days later you do a new note, and if you write a prompt, this prompt knows this knowledge from the past meeting and responds you in context with that or whatever. That's, I think it is super great. But and technological wise, right now it is not that implemented, but I think at some point all those note taking apps will go into that direction, right? Because you want to just store knowledge. And so I cannot, even if I do it, I will not claim that it will be the better. I think it is just like the natural path to go, and pretty much everyone is going to do it at some point.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think I don't have any more questions. All the very best, very best.
Thanks.
Okay, so I guess we ended the presentation, right, Tomia?
Yes.
Yeah, so as the time has been so stretched, I won't be making a question, but I will try to reach out into email because I love to try the mind note, so I
Awesome.
will be reaching out. Okay, thank you for the presentation. Want to say your last words before you go?
No, again, thank you so much. It was super great. And yeah, I did love both past, like the past presentations as well. And I think all of everyone is a bit on the mind side
Yeah,
at
yeah.
some point. So that's great.
So it's great to see that the community is trying to build things that are for humans going to be better, feeling better, doing things better, and that's the things that the vibe coding allows people. Democratizes, right, as we saw earlier. So thank you, Tomia. Thank you for the judges for the Q&A part. Okay, I move you guys down below because we have to move to the next pitch. So I'll be here and then I'll move up my best friend. Okay, so we're going to move to the last pitch of today. The last, no, but the prior of the last. I don't recall how to say this in English. But Shay,
Yeah.
Hi.
hi. I'm
Yes.
sorry for making you waiting so much.
No, it's okay.
I have a feeling that you
Um,
learned a lot about how other people are seeing their products, and I guess you, as I am, are very happy about these presentations. If you want to say something about yourself before your presentation, you can, but I will leave you to it. Okay?
yeah, of course. And then can you see the shared screen? Okay, yeah, cool. So Hi, everyone. My name is Shay Bookus. I am the executive director and founder of Saved by the Plate. I am based in New York City, originally from Maine, and I am really passionate about working in food spaces and with local communities, and um, yeah. And so this is an ed tech nonprofit that I founded, connecting youth to their local growing spaces here in the city, with the plans to expand to other cities one day. So I had the inspiration for this company when I realized that here in New York City, there's a disconnect between urban youth, food spaces, and education. So here's the team, and so currently it's me, a full stack developer, Eva. And then for the board of directors, I have a board of 6 members, including myself. For experience, we range from a lot of startup experience. Sarah is someone I met in grad school. She is very passionate about food justice. Kelsey works in the community garden. My mom is on the board. She has entrepreneurial experience. She's had her own startup for as long as I've been alive. And then my 2 founding advisors, Charles and Shane, they have many years and many startup roles and have been advising me along the way. So a problem that I see here, especially in New York City today, is that 1 in 4 children don't actually know where their next meal is coming from, and 56% of public schools have only 56% of public schools have a food nutrition program, and 32% of these being in high school. Yet people are trying to find a way to basically support the local food system. And food insecurity is growing every day in New York City, given our current food system we have today. This is where Saved by the Plate comes in. So on Saved by the Plate, you will be able to find local food sources around you, so community gardens, farms, farmers markets. You will be able to plan your own garden space, whether it's a community garden, whether it's your own backyard, whether it's an indoor garden in your apartment. And then I'm also working with schools to basically teach kids about food justice, doing after school programs. And then, of course, community forums, the typical things that community forums are for. And so the AI portion of this is the garden planner. I am still in the process of making the garden planner, trying to find it as talking in the back end. So yeah, and then I also to make a data scraper for this map. And so in terms of community reach, there are currently 13,000 school districts that serve populations with food insecurity here in the US, with 500 million in possible grants for public funding in environmental education. And then we're the really competitive edge, as you can see by the plate, is that we're the intersection of education, community, and mapping. There are businesses that do one of these 3 things, and we feel that doing all 3 are really necessary in order to do food justice work here in the city and broadly in the U.S. And then our target audience is high schoolers, schools, educational institutions, community organizers, and then social media users who are interested in localizing their food. So our go-to-market strategy. So our website is live at savedbytheplate.org. And so the only thing that's currently left to be completed is the garden planner. And so once that's done, the next phase is to find a school that wants to work with us to do these school garden tours and also the after-school programs. And then I'm also building garden in a box subscriptions. Basically, it's everything you need to start a garden in your home or your community garden. And then the next phase of my development is to become DOE certified. That way, you can work with more schools. So in terms of traction, I've been growing my social media slowly because in my own views of slow growth is good growth. And so across all social media platforms, we have 987 total followers. And then in terms of like long-term growth, we expect to have a total of 2,500 kids and families in gardens by the end of the first year, with a total of 250 garden in a box subscriptions. And then by the end of year 3, we want to have 12,000 kids and families engaged, and then around 60 new youth-led gardens cities-wide. So our sustainable funding streams It is the typical nonprofit things, the grants, donations, philanthropy, yada yada yada. And then the platform has a membership fee to access the garden planner, and then we also have a centralized event calendar for community gardens. And then we're working with schools and social media stuff, also the newsletter, and then the gardening box subscriptions. Here's some of our competitors. I need to edit the slide a bit because this is more. So this is back when I had a different education model, and so and when I still had a marketplace option on the website. But basically, each of these are really only doing one thing specifically, and the competitive edge is by the play, which I said earlier, is that we're kind of doing several different things in order to accomplish all different sides of food justice work. And so our 3-year financial projections, so based on our key assumptions of a 2.6 streaming conversion rate and our outreach costs and our membership dues and yada, 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 we expect to have profits and funding for all the first 3 years, given our operational costs and our funding streams. Yeah, and profit and a good amount of profit too. And so this is obviously not relevant for this presentation here, but my ask for just a usual pitching things are for philanthropic grant funding for I need to change hire to pay my full stack developer, and then hire on a marketing manager to take over the social media because currently I'm doing all of it and it's not my best skill. And then hire on a food justice educator to take over a lot of the educational content. And then, of course, to build the partnerships with schools, nonprofits, grant-making institutions, family foundations. And then you can connect with me at savebytheplate.org. And then all the social medias are just at Save by the Plate. So Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. Currently building a Facebook. Yeah, that's it.
Congratulations, Shay. That was a great presentation. I was touched by it because I come from a agricultural background, so I have a master's in crop protection, and now
cool.
I'm inside a tech company trying to figure everything out. So yeah. Great project.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have the same feeling about Augusto. So thank you for coming in here. Sorry about the delay for our presentation again. And then I will make the judges up so we can start our Q&A panel. Okay.
Of course.
So as you are the star, you go here, and then we have Vinkruf, we have Hampersad, Joyce, Prevent, and Aditya Salian. Yeah, she's supposed to be here. I don't know who is moving, but okay, maybe it's not working like it's supposed to be.
Technology.
Yeah. I don't know. We have some bug, right? I guess it's fixed. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry about that, Shay. But you're the star. You should be interviewed by the judges. I guess we have all of them on the staging area. So Vincroft is trying to take your place. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know. I don't know you are doing that. That's fine. It's fine. I do know you're not doing this. Okay, we have all of the judges here. Yeah. Okay. You can go now.
Yeah, great initiative. Like it's a super thoughtful one. Like I've been like I kind of did like some non-profit and like work like back in school. Thing like this is one of the things that I deeply care about. Would love to learn more about like what your So like what's your go to market strategy, and like how do you plan to scale it across like the different cities and different regions and the
Yeah, so the go-to-market strategy here is really working with the schools. So once I start working with the schools and working with the kids and doing the after-school programs, like they will be able to like go home and be like, "Look, mom, there's this cool garden down the road, and then there's this like cool garden in a box subscription thing that they told me about. Like, let's subscribe to it and like go to the garden and like plant some stuff." It's like that's like where a lot of the growth is coming from, and then also the social media is really to drive people to the website to then subscribe to the platform. And so the garden planner, like I said, is going to be behind the subscription plan, and then also we have a centralized event calendar for events hosted by community gardens here in the city. And that's something that community gardens have said that they really need in the city is a centralized event calendar. And so I think that that's something that people would really like to see across the city. That way they can find gardens across events across the city. And so, um, yeah, so like just between the subscription plan and then the garden in the box and then the usual social media things, and then working with schools.
Yeah, that sounds.
In terms of like growing to other cities, there are a lot of cities that I know. I have selected a few cities that I would like to grow to first that have a lot of food justice work being done in them, like Detroit, LA. I know Toronto is also doing some cool food justice work too, so I might want to go up there. And so it really just depends on the team that I make along the way and what we decide as to where to go next.
Okay, in terms of like onboarding, so are you guys like just going by school, or like the entire like school district? Are you trying to like get in touch with like an entire school district and all the schools within that district? How does
Yeah,
that work?
yeah. So because it's mostly just me boots on the ground work, it's mostly just me trying to find a school that wants to work with me, especially because I'm not like DOE certified yet. Like I'm not like on like the list of of like organizations that like can work that schools can work with and that schools like want to work with or whatever. Um, and so it's really just trying to find a school that like is interested in working with a new nonprofit and is interested in having and trying this new after school program out. I'm in talks with the school right now, actually, based in the Bronx. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. Like, quick suggestion on that. So like each school districts they have like someone called like soup. If you try to like since like you're on the non-profit side, if you try to get in touch with them, like if they kind of like push you, like you could like just go through the like entire like school district at once. I did a startup. Like it is super hard to like get in touch with them. It was a corporate sales, but since you're a non-profit one, like I think that might be like the easiest way for you to like scale. Outside of
Yeah.
that, like few other suggestions I have is to like maybe since you're a non-profit, you could like try to scale it to different cities, because like a lot of, I know this is a great initiative. A lot of people would be like happy to like join, or like even like you mentioned that like you're trying to like hire a full stack engineer. So a lot of people would be like up for it, like if you could turn this into an open source project where everyone can like collaborate and like just like build tools and stuff where you have like a repository.
Yeah. So the map is actually open source, and so people can add data and change data as they want to based on like the types of things that are on there. So community gardens, farmers markets, yada yada yada. My own personal opinion is that data about community gardens shouldn't be centralized, and so that is a very open source type thing that's on the website. And so I love the idea of having multiple devs. I mean, I will probably need multiple devs in the long run. And so my full stack dev right now, I don't have any funding to pay her because I'm currently an unfunded nonprofit. And so it's basically just trying to find people who are really passionate with the mission and who want to work for eventual profit, eventually getting paid. TBD when that'll happen, basically.
Yeah, you can take the playbook from like the communities. Like I'm a part of like few communities that kind of had like each different chapter for like each city and like have chapter leads. So if you try to like do that approach, like instead of like trying to scale to like different cities by yourself, like if you have like a chapter in like each major city and like try to find a like chapter lead and like scale them, like that could like give you like, a
Yeah.
boost to scale, and like that would be like I think that's it from me. Like good luck on your journey. It's a great initiative again.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. And just one last question. What's you said soup? How do you, it's just soup, SOUP?
Soup, yeah, SUP is like I don't know, like I think full form, but like I think we used to, me and my co-founder used to talk to like these guys. Like there are like bunch of consultants in between. They try to just like 5 to 10K for like a dinner with like soup. They keep uh, throwing this word around a lot. Maybe like you can search a bit more offline on that.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
Hey,
Just gonna,
Prasad, you can go now if you want to.
yeah.
Is that me? Did you just say my name, or he probably did? No, I don't have a lot of questions, but I just want to say thank you for everything that you're doing, Shay. I saw I joined in the middle, so I don't know the full context. Do you just want to give me like a 2-minute summary of what you're planning to do, or and I apologize, I missed it.
No, it's okay. Yeah, so Saved by the Plate is my business. We are an ed tech that works with schools to educate kids about their local food systems. And so part of that is my website, which has a map on it, open source, about community gardens, farms markets, community fridges, basically places to access your local food system. And then there's also an AI garden planner on there that we're currently working on, where you can like plan your own garden space, tell like your experience in growing, your location, a couple other factors, and spits out like a customized gardening plan too. And then then I'm going to be working with schools, basically teach after school programs, basically teaching kids about food justice and community gardens and whatnot. And so, yeah, that's the synopsis.
Oh, that's really cool. I really like the initiative. So this is a nonprofit, I'm guessing, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. No, I've got no feedback.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Hey, Shay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, in 2016, I interned for ITFI Alliance. It's an education supported by Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. If you reach out to me, I can put you in touch with some amazing folks who can help you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So they do a lot of nonprofit stuff, and I'm pretty sure they could be a good resource for you for going forward.
Yeah.
It's called ITFI Alliance, however you want to pronounce. They are backed up by Dell, Michael and Susan Dell Foundation.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I definitely will reach out to you after this.
Good luck. Thank you. Great
Thank
presentation.
you. Thank you.
Hey Shay, I know you shared this on your slides, but I'm curious, how many schools are you active in currently? And what's the response been like so far?
Oh, sorry. I think I cut off for a second. Say again.
Hey, yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think you shared this on your slides. I was just curious, how many schools are you currently active in? You operate out of New York, right?
So currently,
How's
I'm in
the
talks
response?
with one school.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get my first school program set up right now. It's a hard thing to get a school to agree to do anything when I can't when I don't have like DOE funding to be able to offer the program for free. Yeah, so it's a work in progress.
Okay. Thanks, Shay.
Of course.
I guess we have it all. Shay, Thank you for your presentation. Thank you for your job. Going
problem.
to school and teaching people. I know it takes a lot of effort, and you are united with a lot of people with good hearts and well oriented to spread good words and good thinking and good knowledge, because a lot of people say that you shouldn't need that, or you just need to eat calories orientation, and then when you think about nutrition wise, is a very more fun to eat, because you can have colorful plates and stuff like that. Could be more easily to understand, and kids could be more like attached to good foods, right? And
Right,
not just
exactly.
thinking about fast food and stuff like that. So thank you so much for your presentation. I love your idea. I love your job that you're doing here. So I would like to ask if you want to say your final words before we move to the next presentation.
Just follow me at Saved by the Plate and join our website at savedbytheplate.org. And thank you for letting me present. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thanks so
very
much. Have a good Saturday. I'll move you down there. So the judges. I guess I got misplaced about the judges from the last speeches slot and this speeches slot. So if you are from the last speeches slot and you can be here for the next two pitches that were being here,
Feel
I
free
think
to stay. Yeah.
Yeah. And if
I
you want
get,
to,
I guess
no, you
we
can
can
go.
have. Yeah, I guess we can have a round of so we can get to know you guys a little bit, because some of you didn't present yourselves, and we would like to hear about your trajectory and what you guys work on. So Aditya, you can go first. Yeah.
Sure. Hey everyone, I'm Aditya. I'm based in SF, San Francisco. I work as a software engineer. I was one of the early software engineers at this fintech startup called Atlas. They work with credit cards, and we are live in the fintech space. My work specifically is with underwriting. So my prior experience is with machine learning. I also do a lot of full stack stuff. So yeah, my background is fintech and machine learning, but yeah, I think I've dipped my toes in uh, multiple different domains at the during my like early career and internship. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
So thank you very much. Oh, who can go next? Jyoti, can you go?
Yes, I can go next. And hello, everyone. My name is Jyoti Shah, and I'm a director of applications development in ADP, which is a payroll company. I am based in New Jersey. I have like 20 years of experience in full stack, and recently been into leadership, managing one of the biggest Gen AI project here. So my expertise are full stack, AI, leadership. Yeah, that's what I would like to say. Thank you.
Thank you. I just saw your text on the chat that you
I know.
wanted to say something.
Yes, I was about to ask the question for the previous one, but then I figured out you put me backstage. So I was speaking, and then I figured out, okay, that's it. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
She's still here. You want to shout a question at her? That's all fine. I can move her up.
No, that's fine. I'm good.
Okay.
Please, Hamprasad.
Hey, yeah, thanks, Augusto. You can call me Ram.
Ram,
Hello,
okay.
everyone. My name is Ram Prasad Bedi. You can call me Ram, and I've been in the tech industry for about 20 years, very similar to Jyoti. I am a senior manager, HR Tech, HRIS, HR Information Systems at NSF International. NSF is a non-profit organization, and very similar to Shay, right? But we do food and water quality testing. So you can see on some of the water bottles and the food, like, if you try and buy any of the packaged foods, you will see a small NSF logo. And I predominantly work in the HR technology space. I support all of the ERPs. And ADP is one of our systems that we actually use along with Oracle. So I'm really excited to see how things are panning out. And thank you, Augusta and Peter, for organizing this.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, second time, right, friend?
This is the second time. Yes, Peter. Good to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, good to see you too. I'm happy to see you again. I'm very pleased to have people that come in as judges again. So it means a lot to us.
Absolutely. I loved it. Thanks.
Prevent?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Praveen. I have also 20 plus years experience in industry. So I work for senior software engineer at Amazon. Basically, I lead the initiatives of distributed computing, sensing, and AI related like Gen AI, now agents. But most of my experience is on the edge side compared to like a lot of people doing on the cloud. But we work in very resource constrained environment. But we are also trying to catch the industry with latest things on the devices. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, thank
Thank you,
you.
Prevent. Thank you for sharing. I guess we can move along to the next presentation, right? So I'll move your judges down there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Ron. And we have Joseph here. Joseph?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
I will just quick tips for you. Say something about yourself, present yourself for your presentation. Are you already sharing your screen?
Unfortunately not. I would just give a lot more highlights about that. But I'm on mobile, so I can on my laptop. I'm not getting
Okay.
the best connection.
I can
Yeah.
present for you if you send me the link of the presentation or the link of your app.
Okay, beautiful. Um, so let me get that ready. A bit of an introduction. My name is Joseph Peculiar. I'm an engineer working purely on the Web3 space. I have close to a decade of experience in Web3. I've worked from crypto.com to pure DeFi protocol. I'm also a Bitcoin contributor. I've also been in the angel investing space whereby I've angeled and exited as well. So yeah, that's a bit about me. And I'm building Krenge.ai, which is the lovable of Web3. The reason why I'm working on Krenge is everyone has an idea for what they want to build, like as it relates to crypto, as it relates to the blockchain space. Everyone has an app idea, but getting started, getting the initial amount of funding they need is a limitation because everyone needs a level of technical skills to be able to collaborate in that space. And that is why I built Keringen. It lets anyone pretty much build a pure on-chain DeFi based application or pure on-chain application, whatever their idea is. They put it in a prompt, and then they can be able to build their on-chain application and in one click deploy to any chain of their choice. On the creation of this as well, and why it matters, and why we built this at this particular moment. We're in this particular era of internet capital markets, whereby people are creators, content creators are building applications with AI, people are vibe coding applications with AI, and so on. And as it relates to the crypto space, there are over 2,000 plus blockchains. Many of them lack TVOs, lack volume, and they all try to enhance developer with hackathons and things, and it doesn't stick. So that's why we made Kringit. So anyone with an idea can just pretty much come into the platform and then put in their prompts, and then in one click deploy to the chain of their choice. And yeah, that's it. Twitter, we have a live demo video, and there's a demo video live there. We also ran an experiment with a particular founder trying to raise capital, and he was able to do over $1 million in market cap, launch with Kringate, and over 34,000 in creator earnings, all from Kringate on our private, very private beta. And we are iterating with feedback, and we are working one to one with people that want to build on top of us, and that is Kringate all as a whole. So the goal for Kringate as an application, you can go to BizMyDex, that's my Twitter. It has a lot more as well about Kringate as the more I treat my designs, as the way we treat the product as well. So that's BIZMINDX, BIZMINDX. And I'm really apologize for not, yeah, I was having internet connectivity issues, but on my phone it's better. On my laptop it's not stable. So yeah, that's a bit about
Okay.
me and what I'm
Joseph.
building.
Joseph, are you listening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try to help your
Yes, I'm listening.
presentation. What are your Twitter again? It's BYZ.
Okay.
Why here?
BIZM.
MDX, I guess. But this no, this doesn't go anywhere. I'm with Karen Git, the Twitter. Open it.
Bizmindex. Dot BIZMINDX. That's Bizmindex.
Okay. No why here? No, I cannot find it. If can you? Thanks. So let me try. That is me. Oh, perfect. Joseph the Alchemist. So where can I find the video, the demo video?
You can scroll down a bit. Down, you would see the. Yes, that is a very short demo video. There's also a longer version on our website, the video playing. So.
Okay. I will play the video here so people can see. Okay.
Beautiful. So with a simple prompt, it generates copies, details to the products the person is trying to build. Well, we get a lot of feedback on our copies section, our copies feature, and makes the application Web3 compatible with Connect wallets. And you can build portfolios, AI dexes, make a clone of any protocol you find interesting, and modify it by just pure chats and deploy it to any chain of your choice. And that's the magic of Pyramid.
Okay, great. Thank you, Joseph, for your
All from
presentation.
me.
Yeah, thank you, Joseph, for your presentation. I'll remove my screen and then I'll move up the judges here so we can have our Q&A panel. No, that's wrong. He's the star.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I just need to.
I can hear you.
You. I don't know if anyone is saying anything. It's muted.
Yeah, can I ask the question?
Perfect. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Joseph, for the demo, and it was really good, and I would say mind blowing as well. So I have question related to ethics, governance, and trust in this. So I would like to understand what framework did you use to prevent bias, misuse, or inequality in this decentralized environment?
I don't get what you mean. Could you rephrase the question?
So I wanted to. So my question is related to ethics, governance, and trust. And if this is something maybe not related, you can say me that. But I wanted to understand the frameworks that you have used to prevent, bias, misuse, or inequality when it comes to the AI models.
Okay, so we have pretty much for our framework that we use to. I don't know if I'm on scope, but pretty much how we kind of enable people to buy, or let's say someone tries to raise
Joseph, you're back. You're back. Are you listening? Hello, Joseph. Hello? I guess. Yeah, he's out of room already. Oh, we might have missed him. We'll wait a couple of minutes. I'll try to message him, DM.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
Hello, apologies for that.
No problem.
I'm back. Yeah. So based on the question that was asked, how we prevent buyers. So we do this particular thing called creator earnings, whereby let's say anyone pretty much you have something you want to build or you want to launch with us. Our
Looks like somebody's calling him. Not to answer this question.
Yeah, I guess Joseph is kind of busy right now.
While we wait for Joseph to solve his connection issue, so that you guys don't wait not doing anything, if you let me, I would like to present a project, a pet project of mine, if it's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
sounds
Yeah,
good.
perfect. So I'm Augusto. I'm the new intern here in Venture Minor, but I have a academic and biological background. And through my academic route here in Brazil specifically, I found that it's very hard to find where you want to study on your postgrad route. So thinking of it, I managed to come up with an idea that aggregates most of that should aggregate. It's just an idea, and I have a basic prototype that aggregates all the post-graduation programs in Brazil. So if I'm able to share my screen, I just cooked this real quick right now so you guys could see. And I'll share my screen right away. So basically, it's you guys seeing it?
No, you're not sharing yet, Augusto.
I have to.
If you want to, I can share.
Yeah. So this is who knows makes it live. Do you mind sharing for me, Peter?
Yeah, you can send it to me. I can share.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the idea is that I can have close to a marketplace that people can seamlessly open and search based on their goals, based on their graduate. Here in Brazil, it's a little bit different. So based on their graduation roles, which post graduation they can get. So that we have close to 25 to 30 federal universities here, and each of those universities that are free to our citizens, they have a lot of different programs. So it's very hard to choose when you don't have any program around you. So the basic idea is to scrape the web on those programs, and it could be easily scalable to US, Europe, or Asia, everywhere. So to aggregate all those postgraduate programs in a single place where they could probably in the future apply, read the documentation to apply, and facilitate the reach to postgraduate programs. It's a rough idea. It's a pet project of mine that I would love to go live, and your feedback is it would be great to accomplish it. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. I wasn't seeing that he was cooking on his side, so nice, so Augusto, nice. I already pitched it here as well, so it's kind of a culture for the interns here. I will back the judges for the stage so we can have the Q&A.
I have few questions. So, is there any criteria, like let's say I have these grades and I have these qualities, and typically how much will it fit into the university which I want to apply, or where is the closest matching university, whether I can rank accordingly?
Of course, yeah. Each university has a different criteria, and sometimes even the professor of the specific program have to interview each candidate. So the criteria would be a little bit hard to implement, but the grades, there needs to be a grade system. So probably this would be fine to implement. There needs to be we have what we call CAPIS, which is a academic research or governmental program that lists every scholar paper published, and each journal has a scoring. So you get placed higher on the selection list if you publish on good scoring journals. So those specific grading metrics, it could be implemented, definitely, yeah. Like I said, I was just building this through V0, and I published right before presenting to you guys. So to showcase the power of vibe coding, maybe, yeah.
No, it's really cool,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely, all feedback is important now.
So Augusto, did you use any machine learning algorithm in this?
I used V0 to build it. So I just typed some wording prompts, and it actually built the UI for me. So I might have not said that, but I'm not a technical person.
Mm-hmm.
So my background is not technical. I'm not
Yeah.
a developer, not yet. I'm aiming to be. So so what I did, I tried to build in an AI chat feature, so people could profile themselves and get help to be selected, or to select better options to apply. So what's again the algorithm? Yeah, I could look into it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure.
So was there any challenges in verifying, the institutional affiliation, because you're listing over there? So is there any verification that you are doing?
No, not yet. This is just UI. So
Okay.
basically, it's just a placeholder for my idea. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
so
good.
From now on, I will be upgrading it and trying to scrape and connect it to probably Supabase.
Okay.
And try to build this database. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. This can be so useful.
Yeah, thank you.
Augusto, actually, this is a great project because I feel very passionately about this. There's two websites that you can check out. I'm sharing this on our green room chat. So these websites, I think what could help is having the rankings of those universities listed out in that UI, so people know, like, okay, like, where does this school stand where they are applying to. Also depends on what your target market is, right? Is it for international students specifically? If that's the case, a lot of international students, myself being one, we care a lot about funding opportunities. So something like assistantships and possibility of, like, getting an on-campus job as a graduate student or an undergraduate student, if you could mine data from university websites on that, that would be really helpful. So it could serve as a one-stop shop to see, okay, like, if I'm applying to this school, um, how can I cut my expenses? So if I
What are
have
all the opportunities? What all the opportunities that I might have in this one and in that one? Cool.
Exactly. And if funding opportunity is one thing I care about, you could look into that, right? The other thing is, a lot of students, we care about, okay, like, what is the research being conducted? Like, how relevant is the research being conducted in this school, pertinent to my field? So an example is csrankings.org. I've shared the link on Green Room chat. You can check that out. So that's a really cool website. Another website you could look into is called US News. I think as a student, I felt like that was a pain point, because you have to go through every single university's website to check out, okay, like, this is what I need, this is what my expenses look like. And yeah, having something like this would be it would be a great product.
Awesome. Yeah. Here in Brazil, the funding part is not that much of a big deal, because most of the top tier universities, they are free. So the citizens don't pay. There's a lot of programs for foreigners, and but yeah, when thinking about going global, and US would be a major market. Definitely, the funding part would be a big deal. Yeah. Awesome.
Hey,
great idea.
Oh, great point, Aditya. And Augusto, just to add, I think the whole concept is pretty cool. And as I was mentioning, I'm from HR background, so I kind of connect to how these things work, right? So if you really want to take it up one step ahead, think of all of the internships that these colleges offer and try to connect that, because many of the times students really want to get into the universities who offer some internships after they finish the degree, right? Because I don't know, if you look at some of the US universities, the whole idea of getting into the university is to get an internship afterwards as well, right?
Okay.
So if you can connect, I don't know how, but I'll leave that to you, right? See if there's a college and what other companies are around it who can offer an internship, right? So try and scrap all the websites of their career, scrap their career websites and try to bring and connect to them, saying, hey, if you go to this college, these are all the internships around it, right? If you go to this college, these are all the internships around it.
Okay.
So
sure. Yeah.
People a lot, the students, and also the accommodation part. So yeah, go
Definitely,
ahead.
yeah.
You have a question.
Yeah. So basically, I might have misspoken here, but when I say about postgraduation programs, I'm mostly speaking on masters and PhD programs, because that's what we call here in Brazil. So
Right.
that would be a different name there in US, right? It's not postgraduate.
It's still the same.
It's still the same. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the masters, right? And
Yeah.
even with masters, you can actually have the internships concept, right? Because once you
Okay.
finish your masters, you really don't know what to do next, right? Giving students that leverage that, hey, once you finish this, these are the opportunities that you can tap into. So for example, just to give you a little bit of a background, my mom is currently studying, right? So she's doing her culinary in the US. And so she's looking for opportunities around, right? So if your website can really tell them that, hey, if you join in this college, once you finish your master's, these are the internships that you can tap into, right? That is that fund, right? Otherwise, why would I invest so much of money I can just sit in my own country and study, right?
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
try
Yeah.
and sell your website in that way to attract more traffic. So how are you planning to make money out of it? Is it through the ads or like what have you?
I haven't got to that part yet. I'm with the heart in it,
Right.
because the thing is, I work with Venture Miner, but I do have a company with my wife that we help masters and PhD students to finalize their works. So we systemized a writing method, and basically what we do, we do consulting. We do not touch the text, but we help them how to work their productivity, their organization, and how to better write so they can finish it. And this would be kind of another branch of our own company.
Sure.
It's like a pet project. That's why I said it's a pet project. Yeah.
No, this is great. You can actually go really big on this because students do want to know things, and trying to provide them at one centralized place will make their lives easier. So
awesome.
You'll see a lot of traffic for sure. So good luck.
Thank you. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, extending upon what Ram just said. So, in terms of internship opportunities, right, with US, like what I've learned is companies usually go to the best one or two colleges within the state. So, you could have a state ranking for these colleges too, for that particular program. That could be helpful. And adding a social forum where I think for students, social proof is a big thing. So, if you could have a forum where students could talk to each other on your website, or you have some sort of testimonials, maybe like that could be a great addition. Yeah, a freemium could be a really good way to go forward, maybe. I think.
Awesome. Yeah. Great ideas. Praveen, do you have anything?
I got a question actually. How did you came up with the idea of reuniting like the postgraduate into a platform and not on the graduate? Like, why the next step, not the prior one?
Because I feel that when you're choosing your undergrad, so people can understand better, it's not a final decision, or it's not that definite as you're choosing your postgrad option. Mostly here in Brazil, I'm speaking because that's why I lived. That's why I know from accompanying other students. So basically, when you choose your master's, it's very difficult that the student will change for their doctoral, for their PhD studies. So it's a common line, and when you choose, you normally stay on it. Whether when you choose your undergrad university, for example, you can, after you finish it, you can choose another one because you don't have a connection with your supervisor, with your colleagues. So I think that would be the line cut for me. But yeah, whatever, you can scale this to undergrad too as well. It will be I'm saying another column on a database, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Augusto.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to ask a question before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think Joseph is
has back. Yeah. Joseph, you wanna? I will bring him up here. Joseph, you wanna
Thank
try
you, guys.
to
Thank
answer
you very
questions?
much.
Yeah, Augusto, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, yes, please. You guys have questions for me. Can you keep the questions for me so I can answer?
So let me try to make you here. Yeah, okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have questions for me. Can you keep the questions coming?
Yeah, I can go like how the private keys are like how do we protect the users data, like how you are handling the private keys here?
I guess
I think
he's
we lost
gone.
him.
Yeah, I think we lost him again. I'm sorry, Joseph. I know you wanted so badly.
We can schedule him for another one.
Yeah, I guess it's better.
Guys,
Yeah, it's
thank you very
in a better.
much.
Okay. I'm sorry, Joseph. Yeah, we should
I
wrap
think
it
it's
up.
actually a
Gustav.
great product because he's got a full-blown working system.
Yeah.
I was like,
10
okay.
minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This week we had a class on vibe coding, and we basically did the same thing with the financial organizer. Peter, he came up with the idea, and we, in a 1 hour class, 1 hour live stream, we built it. And of course, it's not perfect. There are steps that we need to take to make it secure, to make it compliant. But yeah, definitely, it's a great start. Yeah. So wrapping up, guys, thank you very much for your presence. I'm truly sorry about the technical issues with our participants, but yeah, if you guys want to have any last words, like shout out your socials or anything, feel free.
Thank you so much for inviting Augusto.
Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Team, you guys are doing a great job, by the way. And I'm so thankful for everything that you're putting up. And again, please feel free to invite me for any future ones, and I'll be more than happy to judge. These events are awesome. And Augusto, and I think, remember, Peter, you presented one last time, right? So you guys are like doing good stuff. You know what? Maybe I should come up with one next time and like give you some competition. So
that would be awesome. I'll be happy to judge.
Yeah.
Yes. Just go easy on me, okay?
We need to swap the roles.
Yeah, right.
Would be awesome, actually.
Judges hackathon.
Exactly. There you go.
Would be good idea actually. In the next season, we'll make the judges come here and build the stuff live, and then the participants will judge the live buildings.
Oh,
Okay.
that would be mean, right?
Great.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Graham.
Yeah, thank you.
For the newcomers, I have the feeling that Prevent has been here already as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Judge as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aditya is the first time.
Yeah.
How was your feeling? What are the thoughts about it? Are you eager to come here the second, maybe the third time?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I was excited for Joseph's pitch too, because that looked like a great product, and this is something I have fun doing. Because I'm in the Bay too, so this is all I hear, and I think it's a lot of fun. Just getting the chance to see how other people think and go about their workflow, how they prioritize building these things. Maybe someday I'll be the one presenting in one of these events.
Yeah, perfect. It will be awesome, actually. I'm seeing
Yeah,
the
and
judges are getting hyped to present as well.
Yeah, and thank you, Augusto and Peter, for organizing.
Thank you, Aditya. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
everyone.
Yeah,
I will move you guys to the backstage, and then we will wrap it up here. So,
Cheers, everybody.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Wow, you cooked, bro! Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. Yeah, my hands are shaking.
I have the feeling that you already talked to me about this project you had in your mind, but you didn't have like the time or the urgency to make it real, right?
Yeah, kind of. This, like I said, it's a pet project that would greatly help our company and most of the students actually that feel lost on choosing the best option, the best uni, the best university, the best postgrad program. Yeah, I'm thrilled. The great feedbacks, the ideas, or the the cranks are turning in my head, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the cool part actually, because they have so many points of view of one product or one idea, and when someone comes here, they can see the product from different perspectives, and this came up with like traction into the market or making a new feature, right?
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Augusto, we're good to go.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, guys. For everyone that was watching, thank you for your time. We had great projects here. Next, at the end of the month, October 31st, we'll have another demo day. So watch out for the blast that we'll send for our socials. So it's at Venture Miner on every social media that you can find. Feel free to drop a like, follow us here. There's a lot of content that we're cooking. And yeah, see you on our next pitch.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, and so happy to be here and happy to be again. This week already, we have our Brazilian live stream with vibe coding as well for AI fundamentals, and then we have ApeCoin. We have a lot of stuff here, so reach out to our Loma so you can follow us into our events. Okay. Thank you, Augusto. Thank you, everyone
Thank
that
you.
has
Bye,
been
guys.
here. Bye, bye, everyone. Bye, bye. Bye, bye.